Well, the United States just released more inflation data, and I must say that it is actually finally a good thing here for the crypto market. And so, in today's video, I'm going to go over exactly what was released from the United States and why I believe it is a positive thing for crypto as a whole. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into it. And, guys, do not forget that if you're trading crypto in this current market and if you want to get some absolutely solid bonuses, you can check out the link to BTCC down below, where if you sign up, deposit, and start trading on BTCC using my affiliate link, you're going to get up to $10,000 in bonuses and lower trading fees, again, specifically from my link down in the description. So feel free to go check that out and get some bonuses because, look, this can go a long way in a market that looks like this. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Now, as I mentioned before, core PCE or US inflation data just released, and it actually came in exactly as analysts expected. Analysts were expecting month-over-month increase of 0.2%. That's what we got. Analysts were expecting year-over-year increase by 2.9%. That's exactly what we got. And you may think, well, Tyler, if it came in exactly as expected, why is that a good thing? I mean, you said it was a good thing in the beginning of the video. How's that a good thing? It's a good thing because that's exactly what people were expecting. You see, in the moment right now in crypto, I am fully under the belief that we are in a buy the rumor, sell the news pullback. So the reason why crypto is pulling back is because we're selling the news, right? But I'm under the belief that as long as nothing changes the narrative, as long as the current narrative, which is that interest rates will be getting cut over the next couple months, going into next year, we might see even more quantitative easing and all of these things, right? If that narrative stays the same, I think there is a very, very high chance that this crypto market pumps at some point, that it rallies at some point, that the market returns to its previous glory at some point. And I've told you this, as long as nothing changes the narrative, I think that will happen. And I told you one thing that could change the narrative is PCE data. I said, listen, if PCE data comes in, for example, much better, or let's say worse than expected, just a random one, worse than expected. Let's say inflation data, PCE data, by the way, and inflation data, it's the same thing. It's the inflation data metric that the Fed uses when they're looking at inflation, by the way. But anyway, let's say, for example, inflation data would have came in way worse than expected. Analysts were expecting 2.9% year over year. They got 3.3%. Well, the Fed's going to look at that and think, no, we have an inflation problem right now. So we're going to go and we're going to combat this inflation, and we're not cutting interest rates. It just is what it is. We cannot let inflation start running again. And next thing you know, this whole market just goes jimbo jumbo. Everyone starts freaking out and stuff. And next thing you know, it causes mass havoc across the market, right? That was a very possible opportunity to happen. And so it was very important, I told you, that nothing changes the narrative. And this does not change the narrative. This actually enforces the narrative that inflation is under control in some capacity and that the Fed should be focused on the jobs market. And by going in and cutting interest rates throughout the rest of the year and sometime in the next year, I think that that is going to continue the narrative, which should allow for a less constrained environment here in the world of crypto, which then should entail that crypto gains will happen, whether it be soon, whether it be midterm, whether it be long term, but they should happen at some point. And so I actually think this is a very good thing for the crypto market. And I'm very, very happy to see this get released, especially with these weird fudgy numbers that have come out recently. Now, the crypto market, it's responding a little bit, like it's not really responding to this news at all. And also, again, I think that's a good thing. Look at Bitcoin right now. And this is just at the time of recording. You never know what'll happen at 8 o'clock or 8:30. But I mean, look, Bitcoin still going sideways. ETH still going sideways. Solana still going sideways. Most of these cryptos are just kind of staying flat, staying neutral, staying down. And it means that they're not having a huge reaction to this news. And that's a good thing. Why? Because it means we're still on narrative. And so, yeah, crypto might continue to pull back. Truth be told, Solana might come all the way back down to $186 towards that zone that we've been talking about for a while. XRP might come back down to $2.66. Ethereum might come all the way back down and start testing some of these lower levels, 3,500, 3,800. Bitcoin realistically could come all the way back down to 107K. I'm not saying this is going to lead to a pump, but what I am saying is that this is an opportunity for the narrative to continue, for us to continue to see this buy the rumor, sell the news event playing out. And then once we're finally past the sell the news event, I think this market's going to gain some momentum and this market's going to pump and it's going to give us some gains. That's what I think. I may be wrong. Maybe we're entering into a bear market. I don't think so, but maybe I'm wrong. End of the day, I'm willing to bet on it that we're going to still be able to see some gains. And my version of doing that is still continuing to buy in this dip. As you all know, I did buy some cryptos yesterday. And let's say, for example, Bitcoin does fall to the support. ETH, Solana, XRP, they all do fall to their supports. I'm going to continue to buy more. I'm going to continue to double down. I'll continue to add to those positions. And that's my plan. That's my game plan. That's my strategy. Okay. So with that in mind, I'll keep you updated as all this does play out. Don't forget, I do cover all of these cryptos. You see this, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Sweet, XLM, etc. I do cover them every single day over on Instagram, where I'll talk about what's happening with their charts and what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking, and much more. So feel feel free to go follow me. It's called The Life of Tyler Hill. You'll see some personal stuff about me and my fighting career. If you go to the Rails tab, you'll see all of this and some extra thoughts, extra quotes, all that good stuff. Okay. So feel free to go check me out there. Don't forget that if you do sign up, deposit, and start trading on BTCC, you're going to get up to $10,000 in bonuses and lower trading fees. That link is available again down in the description below. And if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments. We're always there. We're always chatting. We're always talking. So we can't wait to see you down there. And we can't wait to see you all in the next one as well. Peace out, everybody.